There have been plenty of video game and board game movie adaptations, but sadly most of them do not do very well in movie theaters for some reason. So going into this movie, I wasn't really super optimistic that this movie would do well at all, and boy was I surprised. I was really happy with the overall story that was being told in this movie. It was a lot of redemption, believing in yourself and making up for your mistakes, trying to be the best version of yourself that you can be. What I really liked about this movie is all the characters, they were all put under the same umbrella when it came to why they're going on this adventure to rob a castle and get revenge on a former team member of theirs who betrayed them. And each character has to kind of examine himself and herself to see, if it's really worth doing this, because they know the risks. As the movie progresses, each character starts to become braver, becomes bolder, and really just embraces who they are as a person. The main characters, Olga and Ed, they're both really good friends, and Ed is really the main focus of this movie. He made so many mistakes in his life. He was on a path to redemption, and also on a path to forgiveness because he left his daughter for 2 years. I really like the perspective this movie takes. None of these guys in this movie are quote-unquote good guys. They're all thieves. They all take pride in stealing from others. Another thing I liked a lot about this movie was it had a lot of really funny comedy in it, specifically the comedy from Chris Pine played Ed, but also you have Hugh Grant in here playing Forge, who was a former thief, but he was just really funny. Hugh Grant just has like a subtle kind of humor, and then Chris Pine's humor is just out in front. It was constant. It didn't distract from the storyline, it didn't distract from the serious parts, so it was nice having that break once in a while. The action sequences were awesome. The specific action sequences I really liked was Holga had a lot of great fight scenes. She's just a brutal warrior, but then you also had the comedic fight scenes where you have Simon who wants to be a better sorcerer, but he's really not that good. But he adds a lot of funniness to his fighting, and we got this really big fat dragon in there who how it eats people and stuff. It just like rolls around and slides on things because it's so fat it can barely walk around, so I found that to be really, really funny. I was just really happy with the way this movie just really captured a great fantasy vibe, a lot of great creatures and characters and castles and big open landscapes and sweeping shots. Some of it reminded me a little bit of Lord of the Rings when they're traveling, going different places, just these wide open shots just showing you how vast the world really is. But then you have the up close and personal fight scenes and just really great use of camera work in this movie as well. So I really, really enjoyed this movie. It completely caught me by surprise because I told a couple of my friends when I saw trailers for this movie, I was like, this movie's gonna bomb, because I've seen it before. That's one thing I really love about, just being a movie fan is you never know what movies are gonna surprise you. Some movies that you think aren't going to be as good turn out to be really phenomenal. So for Dungeons & Dragons Honor Among Thieves, I'm going to give it a 7.5 out of 10 Mudflaps. And before you go, drop in the comments below, what is your favorite fantasy movie? And as always, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, ring that bell, turn on all notifications, and I'll see you next time.